you would trust the person to tell you their intention. But they don't have to. You have to trust people for who they are. They are decision-making machines. They would decide not to tell you things. They would decide to do things and not to do things, which is a decision on its own. Like, for instance, we've been on here for how many minutes now? I trust you guys not to share the live. That is what I expect you guys to do, not to share it, or not to tap the thing, unless I prompt you and plead and beg and say, please share, please tap, please do this. But that's not what's going to drive the impact. The impact is your decision. When you think about what you're doing, what you're listening to, if you feel the need that maybe somebody else needs to do this or needs to listen to this, then you will be prompted by your decision to share something. Other than that, it's all good. So welcome again. Welcome. Like I said, my name's Saul. I'm the author of the book, The First Decision. And this is what we're all about on this platform. This is what I'm all about. This is what I talk about. This is what I live for. This is what I'm probably going to die for. This is probably what I'm going to engage for the rest of my existence, because I have searched and searched and searched and realized it doesn't get better than just engaging about decisions, because you can throw any subject matter into the mix and you would find a decision in there. And the question is, did that person know what they were doing when they made that decision? For instance, I'm a football coach. I do that on a level. And the people that I coach, I tell the players that, you know what? All of you here, all 11 of you, all you're going to do is make decisions. You know, specific kind of decisions. You're going to make decisions to get particular results. You're going to make decisions to take action on the ball. This is me just breaking it down using football. You're going to make decisions to score a goal. You're going to make decisions to determine how truthful you are with your passes or what you do. You have to be objective with your decisions. You know, you have to be truthful with it. If you believe in your skill, you know what to do. And map it all like that and get to a point where you have to make a decision to serve your team. You know, so you bring out the best in you, because the end game, the true manifestation of a result from an individual point of view is kind of service, either to humanity or to yourself or to a situation or to a condition or to something. A decision ends with it serves a purpose, right? Or you can scale that at some point. So these boys go on there and they're running helter-skelter, running left, right, center, and all you are seeing is decisions. Same as every other game, though. You know, if you play golf, for instance, brilliant sport. I love playing golf. When you put that ball on the tee, you have to make a decision at some point, right? So you're looking at the thing over there. All right, do you get this ball on the green, or do you get it close, or what do you do with the ball? You have to make a decision, right? And that will determine the destiny of what you're going to do, because it's the 3D concept. That is what decisions do, is decisions determine destiny. I love that one because that's the 3D formula that I spoke about. And I have, I think I nicked that one off Tony Robbins, who understands that decision shapes destinies. I just recoined it as decision determines destiny. So it kind of like, you know, we play on these things together. You know, but that's what it is. So if you're like, I was talking about the football players, right? So all 11 of them are running around the pitch and I'm watching, and all I'm looking is where you're making the wrong decision. So I don't do too much. We just highlight the decisions that were wrong in your gameplay. We already have the skill, we know that. We already have the ability, we know that. We already have the class, we already have the potential. But what we don't have right now is wrong decision making points. We have the points where we make wrong decisions. And that's where things go wrong, when you make wrong decisions. So if you can make formidable decisions better than your opponent, more than likely you would win. But a sport is a sport, so you'd always have a fluke scenario where things will go wrong based on a good decision or a bad decision. So you give it up for, you know, for everybody anyhow. But if we're here as a team, for instance, all of us here, all those listening live and listening incognito, we're only here because of a decision. Anyhow you look at it. Somebody's decision has brought us here. Either yours, theirs, or the third. Now, if you're going to sacrifice yourself, or rather, if you're going to look at a situation and say, how can I become an effective decision maker? I think this is one of the places you want to come to on the regular when you see it happening. Because I'll do my best to bring a few people who are keynote speakers on decision making and leadership as well as we get along, as I get familiar with how this app works, because I'm not too conversant with this live thing. I never really decided to do it until now. And then, we can hit the ground running and talk about these things. How you can decide your life into levels of greatness. How you can welcome your life into greatness just based on a decision. All these things and things that have been tried and tested and they work. But I am not offering any guidance in terms of here's the spiritual way to do it, or here's the religious way to do it, or here's what you must do. I listen to a lot of people, especially people who do cards, who come up with and read your life and read all these things. And sometimes they're talking to everybody by just talking to one person, because we're all like that. We all have those receptors, right? And it's the same kind of situation. So if I'm speaking to us and saying we need to be key decision makers, it's all of us, including myself. I can do better, maybe based on a decision, but you lot can do better as well, based on the decision you're going to make, especially those of you who are probably, Africans and stuff. There's a lot we can do better with how we do things. I know why I'm saying that, but we'll get to that at some other point. There's a lot we can do for ourselves, for our people. Sorry about that. And for humanity, you see. There's a lot we can do for humanity as Africans. Maybe we don't know that yet, but we'll pick that up at some point as we get along. And so welcome again. So the crux of the matter is really simple. How do we make good decisions? That's the question. How? I think the first thing first is you have to think about it. You just don't allow yourself flow unconsciously with a decision-making process. We're very good at that though, human beings. But if you think about how do we actually make decisions, right? A lot of us do it subconsciously because we are designed that way. Either by, I don't know if you created that way or you evolved that way. Anyhow you did, anyhow you've come about, we are decision-making machines, right? But how do we make decisions? I think you start from unexpected results. So if you're making a key decision, let's say a career changing decision or a relationship decision. Let's use relationship because I think that's one thing all of us do well. I hope. We've all been in one kind of crazy relationship or the other. Or we are in one kind of crazy relationship right now. With a man or a woman, or with both, whatever the situation is, to each his own, right? The key thing you want from that thing is a result. Anyhow you look at it, based on your standard, right? So until you guys come together and say, this is the standard of operation, and then you flow with that, or you guys have some kind of chemistry going. But the key thing first, if you're going into any kind of formidable relationship, you have an expectation, don't you? You have a result that you're looking for. Now, you're the only one who knows that result, For all I know, you might be a very exciting person and you want the person to share your experience. So you want them to feel that result, right? And you can flip it. You're a dude and you really like this chick and you want her to feel you as a person. You're ready to give 100%. So you're ready to give that result. Those things will prompt certain decisions just from the get-go. So you start making these decisions to make it work. And you can scale all of that to any situation, where if you begin by deciding into specific results, you can start to think about these decisions, right? Somebody just joined, for instance, and we're talking about, deciding into result. What does she want to get from this life? Maybe how to make better decisions about what she intends to do tomorrow. But I'm saying you have to look at the results, the anticipated results, and then start mapping from there. But you have to subjectively map out that decision. It's crucial because we don't do it enough. There's no school that teaches decision making and leadership. Do you guys know? Oh, I lied. There is one. I think Harvard is now giving out a course on decision making. Last time I checked, Harvard is trying to map out some kind of thing on decision making. Leadership is another one. They play around with it so much, but no one tells you that all of us do the same thing, especially when you're leading from within. you manifest your leadership.